friends, it is Charles here, and let's do a quick review for you of Spawn number 366, Hell Hath Arisen, Part 4. This is more of not so much trying to get you introduced to a new book, but just to keep, because I've been covering a lot of these books, and this is a major shift in the Spawn universe. He went from 350, which was the end of the war for Hell's Throne, Spawn winning that war by installing Nyx into the throne and the power corrupting her. And she decides that she's not happy with ruling Hell. She wants to take over Earth, and Heaven being her ultimate goal. And in pursuit of this goal, she's created a monster of the fallen soldiers for the battle for Hell's Throne, and is sicked it upon the west coast of America, forcing all of the spawns and angels and supernatural beings to come together, even if temporarily, to stop said monster. And here we have Hunt, we have Gunslinger Spawn, we have She Spawn, all of these different Spawn characters, even some that are usually adversaries, working together to save humanity. And we find out in this issue that according to Nyx, which is, I don't know how much you can take her word on it, but she's essentially holding Earth ransom, claiming that she created this monster, and the key to it being as powerful as it can is this dark energy that she wants Spawn to provide to this monster. And she tries to convince him that her goal is not Earth, but to ultimately take over Heaven, and kind of held Earth ransom. But Al Simmons, being smarter than that, even though Nyx is somebody he put in charge and he thought wouldn't be corrupted by the throne of Hell, he's not about to be played for a sucker. And so he uses her hubris against her in defeating said threat. Again, I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but this chapter of Hell Hath Arisen seems to be the end, and it leaves a lot of things at an interesting point. So for so long in the Spawn universe, heroes, angels, demons were things that were theorized, that were talked about, but not really known to be a part of reality. But this forces the Shadow War to come out from the shadows, and now you have a humanity faced with the reality of these supernatural beings. And so how is that already going to react to that? How is that going to change the Spawn story? And while Spawn did destroy the beast that was threatening Earth, what does that mean? Does that mean Nyx is going to give up her aspirations? How is she going to shift them? Is she going to shift them? Is she going to go quiet again, as she did for the between issues 50 and 60? And so that's interesting, and it's a great time to get in. 367, if you're not reading Spawn, it'd be a great jumping in point, because it's the beginning of a brand new arc, seemingly. And really, if you want to get into these books right here, this whole arc, go back 360, 361, you get to see the after effects of the battle for Hell. And like I said, 350, the war was over, and Nyx had opened up the dead zones over the Earth, leaving all spawns and angels powerless, and that went on for like 10 issues. So that was a very interesting time, and a different time in the Spawn universe of these supernatural beings having to work and walk as mortals. So that was interesting as well. So that's it. That's my thoughts on Spawn 366. Check it out at the local comic book store. Again, I didn't give you a lot because I think that this is a book right here you're going to want to read. And so I'm not going to spoil it for you. But check it out at your local comic book store, and I'll see you next time. Until then, keep reading them books. I'm out.